and welcome back to, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. So today I thought I would do a video. I'm not sure that anyone wants to see this, but a lot of my friends tell me that they don't like my music taste, and the more I've gone through life, I realized that there are certain things that make me love music, and I don't know if it's because I have hearing loss or not. So I thought I would share with you guys like what I listen to, what I love to listen to, what really makes me feel my best, because listening to music can be an interesting thing as someone with a hearing loss. A lot of times I don't hear it when we're in restaurants or in the car, and it's just interesting because it's something that I love to do, and I think that I've gone through a lot of things in my life, and some of these artists have really been there for me. As cliche as it sounds, some of them really saved my life. So please let me know what you like to listen to down below, and if you think that I might be onto something, that you listen to certain things because it's easier for you to hear and resonate with. So without further ado, let's get into my list. So I'm gonna start with the artist that actually inspired this video. I have been listening to her new album on repeat since it came out, and I'm just obsessed. Like, it makes me cry every time I listen to it, and that is Billie Eilish. I love Billie. I love all of her different evolutions throughout time. I really relate to a lot of the things that she struggled with, and I think that her music is really honest and real. She doesn't overstuff a lot of her songs, so especially in her new album, there's not a ton of lyrics. Like, there's verses and hooks and choruses that are really good, but they all have like a theming and a reason behind that, and she doesn't overstuff them with lyrics. So for me, I can just kind of sit back and relax and enjoy the songs and the production elements that I think are so beautiful. I also love Finneas, her brother. His album is really good, and I think that the production element of their songs and their work is so equally as important as the lyrics and other vocal elements of the song. And so, for example, even in a pop song where there is more stuff to it and there's more of a story, like Birds of a Feather on Hit Me Hard and Soft, I wish I could play it. I don't want to get copyright striked, but it is my favorite song on the album. It's so good, like so good, but the beat is really recognizable, and if I lose myself in the song, there are different distinct places where I can find myself again and get me back on track in the song, which is like another common theme throughout the music that I listen to. So Billie is amazing. I've seen her live, and I just think that she is amazing, and I'm really drawn to soft singers, and she's said so many times that just because she can't belt or she doesn't have like a powerhouse vocal, that doesn't mean that she's not good. She's phenomenal, and I think that I also feel like really attached to her and her music, not only because it is phenomenal, but because when I was in the hospital for a long period of time, she's what I listened to on repeat, and so I just remember like feeling really like horrible in multiple different ways, and then hearing her beautiful voice. So Billie Eilish is one that I listen to a lot. Number 2 is Post Malone, which I know is like super cliche, like Billie and Post, but I freaking love Post Malone, and his song Stay is my favorite song in the entire universe. My number 1 song is Stay by Post Malone, and it's kind of like a softer song, and I think that because there's not a ton of production elements that are overlapping with his vocals, it allows me to kind of sit back and really hear it, and I think that's why I resonate with it so much, because I can actually hear what he's trying to say. So I do love Post Malone. I just think that his stuff is so good. I think his earlier stuff was definitely more thought out and more quality, but I'm just obsessed with his voice, and I'm obsessed with the raspiness and how deep it is, because it allows me to kind of understand what he's saying without looking at the lyrics. Okay, the next one, this is really interesting, and she's not like my favorite artist in the world, but I wanted to bring this up because I was talking to my friend, and I was telling him that I really like her newer album because she doesn't belt and like doesn't use those whistle tones that really makes my ear irritate, and I don't even know if that was proper English. And he was saying, and a lot of other people were telling me, that they like her earlier stuff better because of the belting and the whistle tones, and that is Ariana Grande. Her new album is so good, but it's softer, it's more laid back. The production element of it is not overpowering her vocals, and that allows me to really like hear what is going on. And I think it's because I wear hearing aids and I have a hearing loss, but I don't know if you wear cochlears or hearing aids, when you listen to her songs or any songs that have a whistle tone, like maybe Mariah Carey, that irritate you as much as it irritates me. It literally makes my ears hurt, and my friends love it, and I think it's because I wear hearing aids. Okay, next is also something that's really interesting, and it's Taylor Swift. We all know who Taylor Swift is. I've been to one of her concerts and absolutely phenomenal. But I used to not like her at all. Like, I didn't hate her, but I like wasn't really a Taylor fan. I never listened to her music at all. But then she came out with Folklore in 2020, and now I'm a super fan. And if you notice, Folklore is one of those albums, and Evermore, which I love, are one of those albums that are really stripped back, tell stories, and it's really easy to follow the lyrics, in my opinion, because it's super stripped back. Folklore turned me into a Swiftie, and I think it's because it was, again, those softer tones. I don't know if I'm attracted to those tones because that's just what I like, and that's what I would like regardless of my hearing loss, but I really think that there's a theme here of me listening to these softer songs that really allow the vocals to shine through, because that's what I can hear. Okay, next, I became a fan of his on The Voice because he was the best coach in my opinion, and it's Blake Shelton. I went to his concert a couple months ago because my friend really wanted to, and his songs, his voice, very understandable for me to resonate with and to listen to, and his songs are just like, they're just fun. So I'm not a country fan, but I do like Blake Shelton. Okay, and then the last artist that I listen to all the time on repeat, she was my #1 artist of last year, and that is Gracie Abrams. I had the pleasure of seeing her live to open for the Eras tour last year, and she was just phenomenal. I love the storytelling in her music. Again, I love how soft it is, and I love that her vocals shine through. Again, it's a theme. I just love Gracie with my whole heart. I can't wait for her new album. I just eat up everything. She doesn't have a bad song. There's literally not one bad song, and her voice is not deep. Like, she sounds very, her voice is not that high, but it's also not in a range that would be easily understood to me. But I think what makes her really stand out is just the way that she pronounces her words, and her pronunciation is so good throughout her music that it's very easy for me to resonate with and to hear. And again, when I get lost and I can't find where I'm in at the song, she'll say something or I'll hear something in the production, I'll be like, oh, I know where we are. So Gracie, 100%. Okay, and then I have some honorable mentions. So because I have a hearing loss and I can't really listen to a new song and be like, oh, these are what the lyrics are, because I just have never been good at that. I just can't pick up on those things or hear those things. But I listen to Bollywood music a lot, and I am Nepalese. I grew up on Bollywood. I remember watching Bollywood movies before I remember watching regular movies. Like, that's just what we would watch, and I would get in front of the TV and just like dance. And over the years, I've noticed that Bollywood has really become like my comfort song, because I don't really understand what they're saying. Like, I understand the essence of it because I grew up watching the movies, and like I can understand some words, but definitely not all of them, and it's just so much fun to me. And along those same lines, I have no problem listening to foreign music. I went to a Serbian concert last week, and I had the best freaking time, and I didn't understand a single word that was being said. I know a lot of other people who, if they couldn't understand it or they didn't like love the artist and they couldn't pick up on the lyrics, they wouldn't go. And I think it's made me a lot more open to different types of music because I don't really understand what's going on half of the time. Anyways, in the end, I'll listen to literally whatever. I go through phases. I go through like musical phases, and that's because I like know the words. But for me to really like resonate and listen, I have to be able to hear, obviously, and a lot of songs you would be surprised I really can't because of the production kind of overtaking and overpowering people's voices. And I would love to know your opinions and your thoughts and what music you listen to. Let me know if you want me to do a video that's kind of the opposite of songs and artists that I can't really listen to, because I'm sure I could find a whole list. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!